Alright, hello everyone, this is Mr. Crozier, and I had some questions on the packet, so I'm going to go over them today, and hopefully this will help you out with your test tomorrow. First off, number 5, what's a scale factor? Well, this shape has been scaled down, and it's a smaller version here, and the 15 has turned into a 10, so 15 times something makes 10, and you just divide that over, and you have 10/15, which would be 2/3. You could get a decimal if you needed to, depending on what the test is, but we'll just leave it at 2/3. Number 6, a height problem. What's the height of a tree? Well, these are similar figures if we're looking at it this way. So I just like to set up some matches, and the height of the person is 6, the height of the tree is h, and this shadow, if you want to think about it that way, is 8, and this shadow is 27. They're not shadows here, but they kind of remind me of the shadow problems we did. So 6 matches h and 8 matches 27, and now we just cross multiply and divide. So I like to write it this way: 6 times 27 equals 8 times h. Divide by 8, gone. So h is equal to 6 times 27 divided by 8. Let's see here: 6 times 27 divided by 8 is 20.25. 20.25. All right, some more problems that we had questions about. Number 9. Again, similar figure, so we just write a statement, but the trick on these problems is everything is turned around backwards. So we have A to B to C, and then the other triangle needs to be facing the same way, D to E to C. A, B, C, A, B, C. So if I turn this triangle around, DEC, ABC, DEC, they have to match. So now let's just put our measurements in here. This CE side is 16, and the CD side is 12, and now we can make some matches, and I'm looking for this side right here. So now I'm not going to look at this drawing anymore. I'm only going to look at this one, and X is going to match 12, and 20 is going to match 16. So, and now just multiply these and divide by that. So 20 times 12 divided by 16 is just 15. So the key on that problem is you have to rewrite it. You have to redraw it so you can make the right comparisons. Because if you try and compare it like this, it's going to be completely messed up. All right, similar or special right triangles. Well, very simple. Times it by √2. Very simple, keep it the same. These are special triangles. When we go from the small side to the hypotenuse, it's times 2, 10√3, and here is times √3. √3 times √3 is 3, times 5 is 15. So just memorize these patterns. Same, the legs are the same. This gets multiplied by √2. This gets multiplied by 2. This gets multiplied by √3. Going on, didn't have any questions on this page. I'll show you this one. Just make sure you remember your measurements here. This is opposite over hypotenuse, adjacent over hypotenuse, opposite over adjacent. And whatever you call theta, theta is A. So this is A. So we have opposite down here, adjacent, and hypotenuse. Use those letters there. All right, on the next page, I had a question about 31. Well, the rule here is that this times this, which is 24, is equal to this times this, which is 5x. And now the problem is to do the quadratic formula where I go opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c. And if you are not familiar with that, you're going to want to write down that quadratic formula there, where we have opposite of b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. If you don't know that by heart, make sure you write that down. There are other ways to do it. This always works, and divide by 2. So I have -5. Let's see what this comes out to be. I can do it on one step on my calculator. 25 minus 4 times a -24 comes out to be 121 divided by 2. -5 plus or minus 11 divided by 2. And my answers are negative 5 plus 11 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. Negative 5 minus 11 is negative 16, divided by 2 is negative 8. However, we can't have a negative measurement there, so this answer doesn't count. Only the 3 counts. Question here, well, what do we do when we have a quadrilateral inside? Well, these two angles across from each other are supplementary, so 110. And these two right here are supplementary. That was a rule that we learned and helps us solve the problems. If they are across from each other, they're equal to 180. And 2 problems left that I had questions about. Volume here. Well, the volume of a pyramid is base times height divided by 3. And the base here, you have to turn your picture this way, and it is a round base going up. So it is pi times r squared times a height of 3 divided by 3. If you do that math, well, that would be 4, that'd be 12 times 3 is, or 4 times 3 is 12, divided by 3 is back to 4. So the volume is just 4 pi. Now you could round that, use pi, or maybe you want an exact answer. All right, on the composite shape here, you have 2 of them, which are length times width times height. So this little one is 4 times 1 times 2, which is 8, and the bottom one is 9 times 7 times 5. Let's see here, 9 times 7 times 5 is 315, plus the little 8, 323. All right, hope this helps with your final tomorrow.